intro is not rolling. Hey, Bragg here for the Team Cowboy for Game podcast. I am joined by Blake
Hey,
and Loklin.
special guest.
Special guest.
Oh,
God, special guest Loklin.
one day I'll get it. Which, that's a lie.
Thank you.
It's going to be the continuing joke. Yeah, so we play Yu-Gi-Oh! And if you didn't know, I actually don't think we've ever stated that this podcast about Yu-Gi-Oh! But you should have already read that by now. How was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh! People?
Shit all happened.
Yeah, actually, you weren't at locals, were you?
No, I was not.
How about you, Loklin?
I'm still in a building phase of like 8 decks right now, and I haven't gone to locals in 2 weeks. I've been playing a lot online though.
You don't...
Actually, yeah, we did play a metric shit ton online, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's a good point.
What day's your locals again?
My locals is on Thursdays and Sundays.
Sundays. Because my Saturday nights, if I'm not out on the town, which is a lie, I'm like never out on the town, it generally is me making some random deck or fixing a deck all night, going to locals, and then sleeping in, turning up, playing a couple of games and getting just kind of pissed off, and then not going well. But
That sounds like my whole experience with Yu-Gi-Oh!
yeah, so it was like last minute build. I played DDs on the weekend, and yeah, so it was just all night playing on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, and then I went in, and actually I went in early this time, and I didn't go too bad in the tournament. So
Oh yeah. What'd you play?
I went, so I was playing DDs, and I went 2-2, but it should have been 4-0, but I misplayed like fucker.
It's very easy to misplay in DVDs.
So when you have Vanity's Emptiness up and Hope Harbinger, and so they play E-Telling. I flip. I already have Hope Harbinger, but I'm like, no, I'm going to use my Vanities to stop this. They chain Twin Twister. By all means, please chain Hope Harbinger's effect to that Twin Twister, people. Don't do what I did.
Did you
How
not?
did you forget that? How did you forget that?
I'm pretty sure I was thinking about my food. I still had my food that I had just got, and I'm like, and then I turned back and it's all resolved and stuff. I turned around and went, no, like it wasn't like I went.
Let me tell you about my greatest
I picked up Hope Harbinger and went, I'm not going to use your effect. Hope Harbinger, for people who don't know, is number 36, and it can negate
38.
38. It can negate the. Oh, that's close to Utopia. You can negate you can negate any spell, and then attach it as material. And then a cute thing in DDs is that then you can change the attack target by detaching material to itself. So you just go, well, you can't attack that my 0/0 Stratos that I use in my deck. So yeah.
Rip you.
Rip
Yeah.
me.
So, do you guys? Let's real quick before we do anything. Tell me about your biggest misplay ever.
Oh boy.
Playing
I'll tell you about mine while you guys play.
Oh wait, actually, I think I know yours, Loklin. I think I've heard it before, and I think it's fucking hilarious.
I was at the LLDS, right? And I'm playing Blue Eyes. Well, I have 2, and they're equally as bad. And I get trished by Mermails. And he gets rid of my, like, Chaos Max or whatever. He gets rid of, like, a stone from grave and an effect veiler from hand.
Yep. That's an issue.
I was like, I put it there and I was like, okay, he made his next thing and I was like, fuck.
Yep. Why have I condemned myself like this? Yeah, I mean, okay, I think, let me think. I think I was. Actually, I this is super specific. I don't know why, but when you're playing Bujins, there are different like Bujins that protect Yamato. The whole point is to have Yamato. And the dude, I was like, okay, I want to save myself from a Dark Hole or a Geki, and I was like, I'll send the one that. And I mean, this is early on in my Yu-Gi-Oh! Career, but I was like, I'll send the one that doesn't let Bujin Yamato get targeted, because that'll definitely stop a Raigeki. And I go and I do it, and he's like, Raigeki. And I went, oh, I prepared for this. He looks at me and goes, you are dumb. And I was like, wait, what have I done? Yeah, no, I was pretty dumb. I was like, yep, okay, well, there is one, and the worst part was turtle in the deck says cannot be destroyed by card effects. I was fine. I knew what I was doing, and I was like, no, 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 this will target. Don't worry.
The
But yeah,
Raigeki that targets.
yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. It makes perfect sense. I want
about
to
you,
kill
Bragg?
myself.
Which, I mean, does misplays count as a deck choices? Because my biggest misplay
No,
misplay
it has to be
playing,
something in the
is
game.
playing Rugiki. The misplay would be, I think I talked about this on the podcast a few weeks back, was on LLDS. I play Metal Foes. I go into Zolkin and realize I had used my Metal Foes effect earlier in the turn, and the card in my hand actually I could not set like I thought I could. So I didn't even have the backup play. It's like, oh well, I've just got a random Zolkin there. Okay.
Sweet.
That is pretty bad.
Which actually the Dark Synchro player that I misplayed against, with the vanities, blah blah blah. Later, second game, went on Zolkin and used the Coral Dragon effect to try and draw a card to set. Game one, did it. After they've gone off, then he's gone. Coral Dragon. Oh, cool! I drew a card I can set. Sets Zolkin summons Crystal Wing, and Crystal Wing's actually not the worst against DDs.
Yeah.
Which I don't really rate the card at the moment, but you know. But yeah, that's like those are the only two. Like those are two big misplays. I fuck up at least once a tournament, maybe if I'm
at least
lucky.
once a match.
Yeah. Which I've really
Which it happens. You just gotta play better.
Yeah.
Get good. Is what I'm trying to say.
I'll let myself down. Before we go into the news, please email us at Team C4G, people. We've got a couple emails, and very much thank you to you guys. And then you can find us on Twitch and YouTube or on our separate channels in the description below. On to the news. All right, this week we saw the release of Jules Pack Rivals of Pharaoh. We covered that last week because we knew a few things, but this week we have the whole release. We're not going to go over it because the pack isn't that interesting, but there is a few little differences from the OCG, and I'll run through them. We don't have Eternal Soul, Dark Burning Attack, and Dark Burning Magic in this pack. What do you think, Blake?
That's fine because it's a guaranteed in Yugi's Legendary, right? The only issue I was gonna have with it is if they did the reverse. If they went, oh, cool, we'll take it out of the guaranteed one and make you try and get it in packs, so you get another potential $30 card like Circle and Navigation.
Yep.
Would have been pretty pissed. I was gonna say because I spent the time to get those, and then if they had turned around and said that, I would have been pretty pissed. But no, I mean, it's okay. This is okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it is what it is, and I mean they have to have something to put in those decks. So many decks. Since we lost them, we then gained Sangan, Dark Necrofear, Silent Paladin, and Necroface for some reason. Even though I don't recall an anime episode that Necroface was in, but yeah, those are the 4 cards we got as an addition. Sangan's still banned, but at the moment, this release of Sangan had the text errata. So
yeah, true.
The card that you add, which is 1500 or less, from the deck to the hand, you can't use it the turn you add it.
Which, I guess.
Is what it is.
I don't know what that would do, but...
Yeah, it's...
I still don't know what it'd do. Like, realistically, I don't know what that does.
I mean...
In the grand scale, I'm like, right, I guess.
The only card Sangan's really searching at the moment... I mean, you could use it in DDs and stuff, maybe. Probably not. That's kind of bad. Yeah, everything's bad now. Why is Sangan usable? Anyway, we'll move on. So then we had Magnet Reverse and Silver's Cry be bumped from common to supers. Yay, Silver's Cry! Woo!
Hey.
So pretty.
That's cool.
But in turn, Dark Magician of Chaos and Thousand Years Strict were downgraded from Super Red to Rares, which is...
There's enough reprints of those.
Yeah,
there's enough prints.
Why are we even printing Rares? Who likes Rares?
Okay, that's the point. Why Rares are so ugly, why isn't it just commons or supers? Which is like what I think Breakers of Shadow really should start doing, is just going, Breakers of Shadow is introduced, hey, you get super in every pack, so why do we get Rares anymore? Just make them all supers. One foil a pack. Done.
Yeah, probably
I
solved.
don't like Rares. They're terrible.
Yeah, and and maybe do a thing where make every super, maybe have a rare super, so you have like a super with a rare name, and then so you get every rare pack, and
Isn't
then
that called Ultra?
but then have like as one, like what Pokemon does, where they have one holo upgrade and then make a super of every card.
Ah, yeah, I get you. So if people want, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. It'll make sets a lot bigger. Hmm.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah.
that's hopefully they get around to that money.
Copyright Team C4G.
Yeah.
You can't copy us, Konami. Can't do it.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing as well. Somehow Pokemon does that, and it still seems to manage to stay cheaper than Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, think
Shaman's a $60 staple.
from yes, but like, how expensive is sorry, not how expensive, but like, that's probably the most expensive card in that metagame right now
Yeah,
that I can think of. Unless you want to go full ball and get the highest rarity VS Seekers or the high, like, I get that, right? They're expensive, but to play the cards, like for example, Pot of Desires, it's probably not as much. It's probably not as much of a staple as Shaman is, but you know, I think it's an all round cheaper game than, and it has a every card has a foil in that set. Like every card has a goddamn foil. If you want it, you can get it.
Mind you, reverse foil looks ugly as shit. So
It's true.
and so do their supers. Like their foiling, though they do it, I still prefer Yu-Gi-Oh foiling, and that's saying something. Mind you, they're not as bad as gold foiling. And speaking of gold foiling, the movie pack is getting a gold foil reprint.
The thing no one
Ew.
asked for.
Ew.
So this comes out in January, mid-January, about January 13, I think I saw the release date, and 5 cards in, so it's going to be exactly like a gold series packs are. What do we call them now? Premium gold. Yeah, so premium gold packs, except in each premium gold pack, you can also then get either Crystal Dragon and Cubic and Meteor Cubic Vessel. So we finally get those 2 cards that were missing from the original set. And then you can also get another Dark Edition or Blue Eyes White Dragon Gold.
Yay. More gold rares.
Which,
said no.
This is so far off in the distance that any values it would affect, it can't affect, and I don't think Cubics ever made a meta push in the OCG, so getting that...
I don't think they made a push anywhere.
Crystal Dragon, though cool, isn't that good, so I don't see why they bothered printing it. I mean, hey, why do we get cards like Crystal Dragon as the manga prints, and not... Why was Utopia a manga print? Why was Rolling Karibo a manga print? Cards that are usable, and one that's really really good and one that's kind of useful. Why don't we just get cards like Crystal Dragon, where it's like, oh, it's there. You're not gonna cards.
Congrats! Yeah, it's like.
But then again, they did put it up to vote, and people always vote that way. So is anyone going to be buying this pack? No, Loklin, I guess.
That's all. That's my entire comment on it.
Oh, but the gold gadgets.
Absolutely not touching this.
Oh wait, what? Wait.
You can get a gold silver gadget, man.
Wait. Hold on. Are they reprinting?
Yes, they were in the movie packs, gold and silver.
Imagine if we could get a platinum gold gadget.
Yeah.
I might do that actually. Now, if you say it like that, I might.
Gold gadget ranger.
Yeah, it sounds funny, funny enough for me to consider doing it. Oh no, I'm an idiot. Oh, the misplays. All right, never mind.
That's your misplay for the month, I guess.
Oh yeah, when you have a gold gadget in hand and you summon an ABC instead.
Classic.
Who needs board?
So with that, okay, so I was looking at January's release with Loklin earlier when you weren't on the phone call yet, Blake, and it's bare. It turns out Raging Tempest is going to be late February instead of mid-January like Breakers of Shadow was. So there's going to be a whole big block. So December has nothing, and January has nothing.
This is why I think that basically. Oh wait, when are DDDs going full ball?
End of January.
Okay, I'm gonna. I think that the next couple months, because there's such a block gap, it's gonna be like ABCs and Toads.
Yeah,
That is literally it.
Yep, it'll be ABCs and we're gonna get so sick of them so quick.
Yeah, man.
Maybe the start of January we get a ban list again, like we did last year. No, when did we go to the Hurstville regional?
Oh God, we went to the Hurstville regional.
Is that this year or last year?
What? That was
Hurstville's
like
regional.
2 months ago.
No, that's the LLDS. And no, the
Oh
Hurstville
God.
LLDS was last month.
Hurstville regional didn't only me and Harry went to that, and that's it.
I'm thinking Town Hall's regional. Sorry, no, Town Hall regional.
Oh
Harry was
God.
there, Logan was there. You were there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
If someone knows what Town Hall
God.
regional was, the really bad one.
Yeah, let us know, I guess.
And you were there, and you were there.
We were all there, and it felt like we were all there. That room was so small, and there's so many people in it, and it gets so hot. And I got DQ'd for bendy upstarts.
Upstarts. Yeah.
And I just went, I quit. And he's like, no,
Yeah.
you mean there's only a game loss? I'm like, nah, I quit.
No, I'm out.
The
Don't
judge is
worry.
convincing me to stay. I'm like, nah, I'm done here. Any reason to leave. And then I went and had a delicious lunch.
It's
Anyway.
pretty. Yeah, good games like that kind of. Nah, I was like, didn't really dig it. I was kind of yeah, whatever. Yeah, but it depends on the venue. So yeah, I think if we don't get a set, like yeah, because we're not getting a set, and we're definitely not getting we're definitely not getting a ban list anytime in there. So
I suspect there might be a
realistically,
ban list 1st of January. I think I just said that, but it's yeah.
oh yeah, no. Between December and like, so I don't think we're actually gonna get one. So
the ban list we just got, I believe, is seeing us out for the rest of the year. Maybe December. Actually, and what's gonna be crazy is like, yeah, so the meta's gonna be well set out in theory for YCS.
yeah, like
That is very true.
wow.
So we're gonna have a YCS where we can actually test properly.
Listen, I don't think that this year's YCS was a good one, just because of how Bosch went. Like, I didn't really like that interaction where it was like, 2 days you've got, good luck. And the people who got it kind of did better than most. But I think if we get a meta, like if we get a set out meta in that time, we'll have a month and a bit to test it. You know, we'll have November, December to test, and then January will be the YCS.
Yeah. All that we
Maybe,
we get another December YCS. Either or.
Which
I'm not sure they're going to risk, because I'm pretty sure both the December YCSs they did tanked. Hold on, that was the one with the Sheck map, wasn't it? That was December?
Yep, that was my first one.
First one was a January? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because we had two YCS 2014s, that was 2015 was the Sheck map.
Yeah,
speaking of YCSs and stacks.
I think I've got it around here.
Well, I was kind of hyped for it at the time, but then...
Where is it? I think I got it around here somewhere. Oh, I'm versing Despots. Oh, great. Yeah, I would like for them to hold off until January, even though I do enjoy going to these events. I think it'd be really cool if they could just chill, let people work with the decks, let people work them out, and then let's go into the, let's do the whole meta thing.
Yeah.
YCS. Okay, so like YCSs that are fluctuating and crazy. YCS Mexico was this weekend, so we saw a bunch of regionals, bunch of UDSs, a bunch of LDSs, and for the most part, I think YCS Mexico reflects the craziness of the meta, in that the top 32 consisted of 9 Blue Eyes, 4 Cosmo, 4 PK Fire, 3 Mermail, 5 Metal Foes, 1 Light Sworn, 1 Zombie, 1 Odd Eyes, 1 Dark Hero Synchro, 1 Dino Mist, 1 gadget artifact and 1 stun.
Yay.
So many
No,
decks.
so Loklin has a thought about this that I would like him to express because this is cool.
This is actually the sickest time in the meta because there were 6 LDSs like in the past week, and every single one of them had a different deck as the victor.
And I think this YCS shows it as well. This is pretty spread out. Like normally in normal YCSs, the pie chart or like the spread of decks is a lot bigger than this. Like normally it's 30-40% one type of deck, or maybe even 50%. So I think it's really cool. Let's ditch that.
It's sure it's like the very first YCS and it's very early days in the format. So I think Yu-Gi-Oh memes, one of their admins had gone, hey, now it's gonna settle down, but I don't think it can because. Like, so Zombie's going to be Shinrai, and they can do some stuff. Odd Eyes is obviously Pendulums, and they can definitely work. Dark Heroes, I think, need a little bit of working on. They're not the best. As we talked about in this podcast before, Dynamists are fucking sick. Gadget Artifacts...
Yeah.
Shut
Gadget
up.
Artifacts might...
I hate you all.
Gadget Artifacts might phase out. Then Stun is obviously, you cunt fucking Blake. Then back to the top metas. So I think Cosmo...
Back to reality. Oh, okay.
So Cosmo are good and can do stuff and all that, but surely they're at the end. Like the combos are such a stretch. I'm surprised to see 9 Blue Eyes, but it's probably that representation filtering through where there's just so many that push through despite it.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, to be honest. Honestly, Cosmo still has life in it.
You reckon? Because
Absolutely.
Oh, I think they have life in the body of Fire King because that seems to be the only way anyone's playing it.
yeah.
Oh no, I like no.
Demise?
I have to take it back. No, Demise, no. But I have to take it back. I lost to a Cosmo deck after the format. I lost for the second place in our regionals to a very good Cosmo deck. It ran 2 Thunder King, 2 Honest.
Wait, regionals
It did it, and
wait,
it beat
regionals or LGS?
our locals, our locals.
Yeah, because because you lost to Cosmo our locals, but I mean every other Cosmo deck I'd versed and seen had just tanked, and every ones that I make, I don't like. As I've said previous to this, I love Cosmo, but I can't see how I can. I just hate Fire King Island. It seems to make it's the utility card. It sets up the plays. It's the combo, right? But the fields it gets seems to be way more convoluted and runs out of steam more than what DDDs play, and that's why I play DDDs.
It can be stopped pretty easy. It can be stopped pretty easy.
Because I just want to end on Hope Harbinger, and sure, but you don't have access to CDI, but CDI's good, but
Here's the thing. I think CDI is good if it's not what you're aiming to achieve in the deck. I think if it's like, I just, I do my things and I can go into CDI. I think that's really cool. Like, I think that's great. But when you are trying to aim just to get a CDI out and that's your whole game plan, it's like, you can only do one of them per turn and they can kind of be fucked over pretty hard.
You can summon 2, it's just through Nova you can only summon 1.
Yeah? What are you assuming that they're going to get 3 level 6 light machines?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it is possible to summon 2.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, 9 times out of 10 it's like they do the one. If they've got nothing around it, I feel very comfortable getting over it. I mean, Kaiju solve all your problems, and even like if you can take the neg 1 and then just attack over it, you're pretty fine. So
also, they do take a good pilot, I guess, but Cosmo, I don't know. I feel like they're on the way out. PK5 probably should have seen more representation, but then again, I also think Phantom Knights are shit too. Like, I'm just laying out all the hot takes here. I hate all these random texts that you put in stuff. Just leave it. Like, it doesn't seem to the synergy, although on paper makes sense. And I guess in results is kind of there, and I guess these people probably would beat me in tournaments, right? Like, who am I to speak out against them? But I'm still very skeptical on that. That's the way to play decks. But I guess what do I know? what do I know? Atlantic Mermails, though, those are 2 cards that should be combined, and and they're just going to keep going up and up. Metal Foes, interesting to see them there. I've kind of moved on from them because they're a bit slower, and then obviously all those one-offs. Pendulums are still good. I don't know, people should probably move away from the Magician engine and stick to... I guess that's what Odd Eyes is.
I like how a deck's called after a fucking game mechanic.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
I think there's a version of not every deck, but like most decks that aren't topping that could top. Like I think there's a version, and I'm not sure, like, if anyone is putting the time into them.
Yeah. Also, Metal Foes won the tournament, but the Metal Foes player in the final tournament, like in the final 2 games, like in 2 games, or I think there was 3, and they sided. They had Jagam, they opened Jagam both times.
So, rip.
Yeah.
Rip.
So I mean,
well, like metal frogs are a thing.
Actually, yeah, that would be pretty fucking sick, actually. But you can't use Treeborn Frog while your Pendulum monster's up. How do you use frogs?
How do you frog?
Actually,
it's fine.
I don't think they run it.
That'd be a good way to get.
I don't think so.
Yeah, of course they don't. They'd probably be a good way to get Paleozoics in the graveyard, right? They don't count as trapper cards. They're not that. Hold on, they just summon them. They actually just summon themselves, right? They're not like the other cunts where when you flip them up, they. You know I'm going with this, right?
Yeah. They're not. I can explain it probably
Zoma,
poorer than you can.
Yeah, Zoma and the slime one and the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the ones you use with Uriah, the best card in the game.
Oh no! Misplays again. Again.
So I'm honestly really excited for this meta.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a pretty good one until ABC's rock up, I guess. Even with ABC.
ABC, it's the easiest 1, 2, 3. I'm so keen for this. I'm playing ABCs right now, and I'm sitting on 2 dragons and a Castell. I'm so happy.
Cosmos
anyway,
ABC will be interesting.
I'm really curious to see like what, because there seems to be heaps of different engines you can play in the deck, like Brilliant Fusion, the Thrashers, the Chicken into Synchros. I'm going to assume if Chicken's a tuner, and then
it's not a chicken, mate.
Like,
it's a cock.
Fun?
It's not a chicken. It's a cock.
Oh, it's a cock. You're right. It is not a chicken. So yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, one of the big, like a great part of Metal Foes with frogs is a poison draw frog.
I have not.
Right, because you send it to the grave and you draw, so it gives it some draw power, which is great. And then you use Ronin Totem in the grave to get it back out, like to get Ronin Totem out, and so it can like go into everything that Metal Foes already could, but then it goes into Tree Toad as well.
Structure. What's the structure deck we get ABCs in? When's that come out? A structured. What's it called?
Kaiba.
Fucking hell, we've mentioned it like in the last 3 podcasts. It comes out.
Listen. Okay, there's a reason I'm saying this. Okay. Is the Ultra the dragon?
Yeah, the Ultra's the dragon, the Supers are all the
Yeah. I don't want the dragon to be an Ultra. That's disgusting. Yeah, fine. I'll take an Ultra dragon.
As is on the stream right now, when this stream, on the video, when there's face-up cards on the field to send the graveyard unless it is attacked while face down and destroyed by battle, you can just draw 1 card. So yeah, tell you what, that combos pretty fucking well with that, with, you know, the Metal Foes stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of cute. If only there was a way, like, you'd feel pretty bad summoning, I guess you could summon that, then, like, Swap Frog, you just use the discard instead. If it didn't say when this card's face
there is plenty of stuff within frogs that can work over that, though.
Yeah.
Work over what, sorry?
Poison draw.
I guess you're not using your normal summon. Like, if you're going to normal summon a card, it would be the Poison Draw Frog. And I don't know if I have many around, because it was never a big part of the deck, because it's just, there's no way to get rid of it. Cybernetic Revolution. In theory, I should. I bought a fair amount of that pack. Not enough of it, though, because I just bought the Cyber Dragon separately in the end. That was my first experience of buying packs. Now, kind of regressed, actually. When I was a kid, I figured out that it was easy. It was cheaper to go, oh, no, I'll just buy card singles. But now, I just buy
It's way cheaper and more efficient to buy singles.
Yeah,
Um,
it's probably the better way to do things, but at the same time, you know, when you've got gambler's logic.
true,
Yeah,
true.
when you open one of those packs and it's got like a crystal wing in it, and it's the greatest feeling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or Hope Harbinger, like I did on the weekend. I'm like, I can't be bothered buying this online, waiting for it to be delivered. It's just so not worth it. And so I just bought a gold series, and one of the cards was Hope Harbinger. So I was like, yay! I finally have my own, and I don't have to keep borrowing Uncle Drew's. There we go. There's your shout out.
Unky Drew. Have we
Unky
gone a
Drews.
podcast without mentioning Unky Drew once?
Probably not. He's a staple of our
Probably.
lives. If you haven't dabbed in Uncle Drew's, you haven't lived.
That's true. Oh God. So yeah, I think though that the fact that we can have a discussion about fucking frog metal foes and stuff, I think it's cool, and I'm happy that we are here. But God, am I excited for ABCs?
Nah, fuck off.
Like, I just want to play meta, and
I'm-
it's it's time.
I'm
It's
kinda-
time.
And that's the thing, I'm in the opposite way, where I was really keen for OBCs in the early game. And I was
Because I know, I saw you pick up those gold gadgets out of my under my nose. Oh my
Mate,
fuck! I'm sorry.
You wanted your Dark Magician stuff. You wanted
No, that's fine. No, that's absolutely fine. I didn't know why you wanted them, and this is why.
But I'm kind of rebelling against it now, and it's gonna be like a very top tier contender. I'm probably gonna have to do it, but at the same time, I'm in this weird rebellious mood at the moment where I can't be bothered.
Okay. Well, then let's make a weird version of the deck and see if it works. Let me leak some of my scummy nature into it, and we'll see how it goes.
Which no, even then, if I'm gonna play a deck, I'm gonna play it in the pure best possible variant, like a deck list that's like very symmetric. Like the way I build decks is like, no, it has to make sense, and it has to kind of go to my obsessive way of doing stuff. It's a bit weird. So I'm not gonna have any of your weird shenanigans.
Kaiju ABCs. Kaiju ABCs. Nah. Yeah.
Kaiju's good.
I mean, you know.
Kaiju.
Yeah, true. Wait. Drop Gum CL. Absorb it with CDI. I don't know. I'm just being an idiot. But yeah, I mean, Transmodify is really cool as well because it's like a one card CDI in a way. As long as you've got one of the fucking 12 ABCs in your deck that you can play. Oh, sorry, it's more than that. Anyway, your access to ABCs is ridiculous. So I do really like Transmodify. I would be tempted to bump it up, but I'm playing 3 Terraforming, by the way. Like this field card is too good. Oh boy. Oh no, this is manageable. I opened up two Transmodifiers, 1 Instant Fusion, and a Galaxy Soldier, and a Terraforming, and I can actually do something with this. Yeah, I think that decks are gonna. I think Toad is gonna make more of a impact in the meta than ABCs will, because I think Toad's just like.
Hey, hold on.
The rats. The rats. No.
And I'm back.
But yeah, I think Toad's gonna make a bigger impact than ABCs will. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's going to go the same way the OCG is, where ABCs are going to turn up. Blue Eyes are still going to kind of fight them off and stuff. And Cosmos and I don't know why PK Fire didn't do anything against ABC, so maybe that will be the end of PK Fire somehow. I don't know the hard out of that, but then so ABCs will definitely take the place of Mermails for a little bit. Metal Foes can also fight it because this is going off OCG statistics. Cosmos is the undefined one and how they react to it. But you can transmodify into Cyber Dragon, and then you can go into Chimera Tech on there.
You are correct. You are correct. That is a thing you can do. Transmodify is really interesting in its wording as well. It seems very preferable to machine lights or light machines. Like, it seems like it, but I swear there's got to be more stuff you can do because it's a special summon from your deck, one monster with the same type and attribute as that monster that you sent to the graveyard, but 1 level higher than it. I'm sure, like, there's something stupid you can do with this that I'm not seeing. But hey, you know. I'm going first, so let's go into
So what's
Nova.
next on the list, Bragg?
Cyber Angel support.
Do
Yeah.
I've honestly been considering picking up a Cyber Angels core.
This.
you have a spare like $200?
How about 25?
No, no. They're expensive right now, dude. People are realizing how good they are, and like that's why Herald jumped.
YGOsingles.com, Cyber Angel core, $25.
What?
You heard me.
yugiohsingles.com, where it's at.
Dude,
YGOsingles.com.
I
Make
guess.
sure that our friends who watch the podcast get the best deals.
Sure, that
Yeah,
sounds sketchy, but sure.
There's various codes at checkout that you can enter that we have no affiliation with, so we recommend just going hard.
We'll get a code for you, essentially.
Actually, yeah, mate, well, we should cash in on that. As if we would. Okay, so they're getting two cards, two new cards on top of that. So they really are going after this, but I guess it's because of her. I've forgotten the Cyber Angel chick's name in the anime. Alexa. If her
Oh, Alexa, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so obviously her place in the anime is why these cards are coming out, so we're going to keep seeing this stuff, but it's kind of cute. Level 5, Light Fairy, Ritual Effect, 1000 attack, 1000 defense. You can ritual summon this card with Machine Angel Ritual. Once per turn, you can target one face that monster you control, gain life points equal to that card's current attack. Life point gaining, it's not a thing. Number 2, when a ritual monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can activate this effect, negate that attack. Number 3, if this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one other Cyber Angel monster from your graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls, special summon this card from your graveyard, and if you do, gain control of the targeted monster. It's from Grave Snatch Steel. It's kind of
Interesting. It's like Great Ol'-esque.
Yeah, but better because you don't require it to go off in your opponent's battle phase or your battle phase. Or
Yeah.
Metal foes. Like Metal foes can do it, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm pretty sure Metal foes spark. Send me your letters. And then the second card, the ritual spell. It is called Machine Angel Absolute Ritual. You can ritual summon a Cyber Angel Ritual monster. It doesn't name it.
Yay.
Ah well, we were on a good run there, people.
Is there a trap? Is there like a continuous card that says your opponent can't ritual summon? Because like fuck me, right?
Nah, but this doesn't matter. Pre-prep can't serve.
Masker is strict.
Yeah.
Mask of what?
Doesn't tribute. Can't tribute.
Doesn't tribute.
Can't
Yeah.
Tribute.
Wait. Do you? Oh yeah, you tribute.
Oh.
Yeah.
But does this card tribute? Absolute Ritual. Tribute monsters in your hand.
If it
or on your
ritual
field.
summons, it tributes.
Yeah.
Tribute monsters in your hand
Fucking
or your
legit
field.
again.
Or shuffle.
Fucking.
Jesus fucking Christ! Why do I even bother reading this effect? Or shuffle fairies and/or warrior monsters from your graveyard into the deck, whose level equals the monster you want to ritual summon. If you do, summon that Cyber Angel ritual monster from your hand. So there you go. You don't need a tribute. So Masker Strict is shit.
No, yeah. I'm looking it up. Here's the
Light
wording,
impressing
right?
mirror.
Here's
Light impressing mirror.
essentially how it goes. Ritual summons usually require tributes from your hand to your side of the field, greater than or equal to the level of the ritual monster that is being summoned. These tributes are performed as part of the ritual spell's effect resolution rather than as cost.
But you still can't tribute monsters, so you know.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no.
it's like
But if it doesn't say tribute, then if it doesn't say tribute on the card, it's not tributing.
Yeah. So obviously
Yeah.
this can get around it. So obviously for the most part, ritual monsters you can go, oh, Masker Strict, I'm fine. But this card and Necroz of the Necroz spells always had the secondary one where you don't have to tribute. And
yeah.
So Cyber Angels. What do we think, peeps? Are they going to be?
This is gonna be busted. Like something's gonna happen. This is gonna be stupid, and then we're gonna have to deal with it because
They're already pretty good.
yeah, they're already good, and I can't imagine that people aren't gonna find stupid shit to do with this. Like Sephiria, the Queen ritual bitch.
Yeah.
That Herald of Perfection, like this kind of stuff, it has such good synergy with the deck. It's just going to be stupid. It's going to be just will people take the time to learn what the like take the time to learn the deck and learn how they can break the deck, and then they're gonna do it.
Well, yeah,
And
that's the problem, is that no one has spent enough time on this deck, and it happens with a lot of decks where this deck, honestly, at this point, even with the stuff we have, this deck should be topping. It has three pre-preparation of rights. That's not going to be around for long. Three pre-preps
no.
are not going to be there for long.
Yeah, you make
This
a
deck
point.
starts topping, pre-prep is the first thing that gets hit.
Yeah, I agree.
And they need to start taking advantage of that before it goes.
Pre-prep can't get Machine Angel Ritual. What's the other
True.
one it's getting?
It's getting the Herald stuff. It's getting the Herald stuff.
So this is Herald Cyber Angels.
Yes, and the problem being,
Cool, yeah. So that's the thing, like that's why I don't really rate. Now that stuff seems fine on paper. Cyber Angels, like, yeah. So you're giving them more stuff they already are interesting on the side, and we don't have any OCG ones, which is coming out in Raging Tempest, so we don't know how it's going to affect it for another few weeks. But
hey guys, listen. I've been playing some Yu-Gi-Oh while we've been dueling. I'll do it if you guys don't want to spend the time to do it. I have a 13-second duel here that I really want you to put in this podcast or at the end, or like even upload it to C4G. All that has happened, you know how Ancient Gears is getting more support?
Yep.
So you used Power Bond. Is that Power Bond? Zane's card?
Yes.
I have no idea.
Power Bond to summon out the 4400 Ancient Gear with piercing to put it up to 8800. Attacked my one face down card because I bricked to do 7,000 damage, and then attacked with a little 500 monster to 7,500 damage in one turn. He then took 4,400 damage from Power Bond. I normal summoned. I went into Rebellion Dragon. I hit him for 10,000 damage. I am Despots.
Terrible.
This is basically it. What is this Ancient Gear support? Is this really Ancient Gear support?
Well,
is this where we're at?
They're meant to rotate, like they're meant to OTK you. They should have read that face down was supposed to, like, yeah.
Like it was also I wanted to ask as well, if the new Ancient Gear said the 4400 one says if it is sent from the field to the grave, what does that not like? What can happen to that card for that not to apply? Is it just if it's sent? No. But like, is it just if it's material? Does that count?
Well, if it's a material, like material for a fusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's a material for a fusion, yeah. So if it's because if it's like cards that are destroyed are then sent to the graveyard, so they get that. It should go off destruction as well, because the card is destroyed and then sent to the graveyard.
Okay. Yeah. Fair play. All right. Because I think the ABCs have that effect too. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one union monster. Yeah. So they're all sent as well. So it's like, what doesn't that apply to?
Sit right
I
with
guess
me actually in my head. I'm trying to think of like, and I think it came up on the weekend of when that doesn't work, or that came up with Harry. And it's like, no, Shadows need to be sent.
Oh, the fusion, like to add back the fusion to hand.
Oh no, yeah, as well as like, well they're just sent. Yeah, if they're just sent, but I'm pretty sure if you're a geeky a Shadow monster, it should get its effect, right? No, because it wasn't sent by effect. No, it was only sent by the destruction. No, it's fine. Yeah, no. It's sent from the field to the graveyard. I don't know why I've just gone on that. No, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
They get their effect, they're destroyed by battle. If they sent any way to the graveyard, they get their effect. That's a nice little divergence there. That's the thing. Like, maybe I'm just forgetting how to play this game in my old age.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like there's so many different variants of wording now that it's odd. Like I'm having to resort back to, oh, this card interacted this way and this had like I'm starting to like having to bring back cards in my mind to go, what is this close to that might apply? Like it's so between sent to the graveyard, destroyed, like stuff targeting and not targeting is really annoying. I found for newer players, inherent and non-inherent summons are fucking stupid. Like to know what is and isn't is just dumb. What was the other one? The other one that was hard to know. Uh, I think it was targeting and not targeting. Like there are some cards that actually target, but they don't. Oh, what was it? There's a card that targets that doesn't have targeting on it. Totally forget for now. But yeah, I think those are the two things. Like
all the cards that were pre-solve text. Oh, and also, I mean, Thousand Eyes Strict, which doesn't have, which didn't say it, but now it does, thanks to its reprint. I missed that.
I think that's cool. I think it helps out newer players. But yeah, like inherent summoning as well is really dumb. Like it's just the lack of explanation as well is super dumb. Like it's not in any rule book. You just can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, they need to put that problem solving card text series that they did on in the rule book, so you can go, okay, no, this wasn't summoned by effect. It was summoned by the condition of the card. They need to really sort out that, and that's it because there's some effect monsters that don't have effects. They have costs or conditions, and that's all. So they're not a true effect monster, right? Like,
yeah.
Because they don't have effect. They have a condition or a cost to summon. Like
it's not actually a It's like that's not real. That's not actually an effect.
So
that's a
They have a cute little colon thing at the moment, but I think problem-solving card text should have just gone cost in brackets this condition.
It would be so easy. It'd be like it's just a little bit more text, and it solves so many situations and so many problems. I think as well. I think Konami, if like even. I don't know who's qualified to do it, but like if they're seeing, and no, don't do a Kaiser Coliseum, but if they're seeing a lot of people have issues with one kind of card text, like Pendysork, they need to come out and say something about it. They need to go, hey, Pendysork was the big one. Look, just that I can think of recently.
How do you filter that through to all the players, though? I mean, it works for us, right? And that's what they've kind of got to figure out. Like the rule book is not comprehensive enough.
Well, I think YouTubers would jump onto it. Is the one thing if they saw it there, I think they'd make videos on it at the very least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that stuff like that is something that needs to be explained better to newer players because I think that we need to make the meta easier for newer players to jump into, so we can have more of so you can have more popular YCSs and stuff and blah blah blah. But I think like there is a boundary there of. No, sometimes someone's going to turn around to you and go, this doesn't work. And you're going to ask why. And they're just going to say because. Or they're going to say a bunch of wording that you don't understand.
Yeah.
And that's just it.
Yeah.
It's like you're with the non-targeting equipped. That makes imagine explaining that to someone who picked up like the Chaos Max engine and a starter deck, like the new Dragons. Like it doesn't. Really though, yeah. That's the only thing I can think of with that.
They probably should get rid of and just, yeah. I mean, again, you have to target. Like, it's a big part of this game, but it is probably it's a mechanic that they probably should shift around and figure out and just go. Oh, anything that says it can't be targeted just can't be affected by kind of like. It's just so redundant. And I can know that you need that weakness, but if you're making big boss monsters that can't be targeted by effects and stuff, that you purely want to be destroyed by battle, that's what they're intended to be, right? They're not intended to be brought down by fucking ignite.
Yeah. No, this doesn't target. Spin.
Yeah, so it creates this weird sub game that they probably could fix up. I don't think anyone goes, I like this game because it has targeting and non-targeting effects, and it has conditions that you can't negate with skill drain.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's a big appeal to the game. And sure, it can balance some cards, but like, why print the cards with like shit to begin with? And that's what they have introduced. They're going, this effect can't be negated, or this can't be negated. Like that's something they've started doing.
Oh yeah.
But,
well, like that's the one thing. That's the one thing where people, for example, just because I've been playing it, I've been playing it, and it'll segue nicely. But like with Klee's stealth wording, there's like it has all this text, and at the very bottom it says your opponent cannot respond to the summon of this card.
Yep.
It's like, okay, well, I now need to explain to you that no, you can't strike this. No, you can't, the only thing you can do is warning this. And I have to explain why. And it's so, and so speaking of that, there is a decks in under 5 minutes video of Clear Demise coming up on Wednesday. So check that out when that comes out. There you go.
It's pretty good.
Segu.
Segu. Now, what's the next thing we got?
We have so V Jump came out. OCG ban list, we know. We can run through it pretty quickly. There's a fair amount of stuff there, but for so many bans and changes, there isn't too much. I'm more keen to talk about the comparison with ours. Alright, I'll run through them. Forbidden, Level Leader. Limited, Cyberstein, Magician of Faith, Kieran, Cypher Lord Omega. Semi-limited, Morale Tag, Blackluster Soldier, DD Lamia, DD Swirl Slime, Wisdom Eye, Insecta Dragonfly, Mathematician, Star Seraph Sovereignty, El Fusion, Monster Gate, Domain of the Two Monarchs. Unlimited, Scout, Sangan, Thousand Eyes Strict, Clifford Scout, sorry. Charge the Light Brigade, Gate of the Six, Sinister Shadow Games, and Wall of Revealing Light. So the big thing there is Clifford Scout back to 3.
I was looking at Gateway of the Six. Do you not remember that format?
Wait, how do you remember it? You weren't even playing it.
I was playing. I played when wind-ups were a thing. I just never played with you guys. This was post wind-ups, right?
Hold on. When they got everything, when they got stuff from Storm of Ragnarok.
Yeah, right.
So everything at 3, like the 1 month format akin to Necroz of just crazy 6 Samurai bullshit.
That only because I had a friend with a lot of money,
Hold on, was Gateway at 3 or 1 at the time?
It was a 3.
Okay, yeah, no, so you were a part of that. Wow, you go back a long way.
Yeah, but like that's the one thing in my mind. I'm scarred. I'm scarred by that. Yeah, like that was so. Oh, anyway, so yeah, Scout. There's the one thing there, like. And, okay, we need to preface this by saying, just for people who may not be aware of the huge differences between us and the OCG, OCG is Japan, I think, or just Asia?
Asia,
is it just Japan?
Asia in general?
It's anything with Asian cats.
In general, okay. They have, completely, and this is just the changes for this list. Their list is so far different. Like, for example, they have Harpy's Feather Duster at 1. That is just a thing that exists there. So don't take this at face value to any changes that could happen in the TCG. We are just interested in talking about this because we like looking at the way their meta works, and it's super interesting. So, for example, ABCs are coming over, so we can look at, how they played ABCs, blah, blah, blah. Like, don't take this as any value towards what will happen here. But
it's out of sync now. It used to be completely in sync. We used to get them both lists at the same time. We would wait on the V jump. We'd all take the V jump as what we're going to get. And then one time we were epically disappointed when we saw all the Solemns be banned and everything change. And that was the great separation of our games. And our games should be separate. They're 3 months ahead of us at all times. Like the fact.
Yeah, absolutely.
The fact that we're getting their ban lists in 6 months, so it didn't make sense. So the DD hits are not that bad. Apparently, no, they're hitting Lamy to 2. Swirl Slime's such a good card. So Scout,
BLS 2. What the fuck?
I think you're right to go. BLS 2's. It's crap. Cards.
Yeah.
Like, how can such a good card be so shit now? I don't know why they ban Level Leader. I can't think of what combo was enabling.
Only thing I can think of, and this is just me pitching ideas, would be if they had a more consistent version of Synchro Fusionist or something along those lines. Like if they had because Cypher and Omega's brought down to 1 and Level Leader's brought to 0. So I'm thinking it must be along a hand loops or something like that they have consistently just to rip, because that's the only thing that Level Leader is good for, right? Like Synchron decks are okay, and I haven't seen them top at all in the OCG or at all here. But I've seen Synchro Fusionist decks do really well, so that's the only thing I can think of, really.
Yeah, I can't think of anything in particular. But the rest of the list, they got the same Kieran hit as us. Cyberstein from 3 back to 1 is interesting, so that card must have been a problem for them, so maybe we will see it as 0 for all time. Metal Foes was using it like nothing else, and obviously you can't use more than 1 Cyberstein a game unless you're playing with Dankier, the Kiryu Master at 3.
Diane Keto becomes a good card.
So if you're if by any chance you're playing that and you get to 11,000 life points, you get dumped 2 Cyber Stones on the field, you're in the shit. But
Uh,
it's just more about seeing the consistency of the card. So, and I think it's probably better at one. The problem is if it's at 1, it's like Soul Charge at 1. I drew this, I win, lol.
Also, can I ask? For some reason I missed this whole thing. I never played against them. Is Insector Dragonfly being at 2 a thing? Like, is that relevant?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's in theory in the OCG. That's the one card they need because we got Hornet back to 3. I'm pretty sure. So if we got Dragonfly back to 2, Insectors could be played because in Dragonfly is their big thing. Do you know how the deck works at all, Blake?
No. As I said, like I was playing at the time. It was a thing, but I just never played. None of my friends had it.
So Dragonfly grabs Hornet or the level 2 one. I've forgotten the name of it now. Such a long time ago. It can increase your Insector's monsters by level 1 or 2. It equips it from the graveyard to it. You detach it, and when an equip card is detached from or unequipped from Dragonflies in the graveyard, you can special summon an Insector from the deck. So then you get Centipede, and then Centipede when an equip card is detached from it, you can then get Insector Dragonfly and add it to the hand, so you can do it again next turn. And so then you have 2 level 5 on the field.
Well,
or 2 level
that's
4s,
the thing, I guess.
Or you had Hornet and you pop 2 cards for free, and then you overlay for rank 3, and you just do that. That's the short of it. So you can go Dragonfly, Centipede, add Dragonfly. Yay! I'm no further in the game than I was. It's way slow now, and it's a big testament to power creep. That deck was completely crazy back then, and now if you think about it, you go, that's kind of shit.
Yeah.
Hornet targets, I'm pretty sure. So.
Card targets, it's shit. Can I ask, by the way, why Crosscard Virus is getting a reprint? Why
Again.
Is what's a normal parallel rare?
Is that OCG talk?
No, that is what we're getting in the structure deck for the Seto Kaiba Bloody ABCs one.
What? No.
A normal parallel rare has all the characteristics of a common, but is a parallel rare coating, which makes the whole surface reflect. The coating tends to stiffen the card when scanned. It's also referred to as a parallel common.
Yeah. You sure you're not thinking about the OCG?
I don't know. I'm just reading what rarities are coming out in this. So we've got supers in A, B, and C. We've got X, Y, and Z Dragon, all commons. Heavy mech support platform, which will be a common. Blue Eyes White Dragon, which will be a common. Kaiser Glider, Lord of D, like all this stuff. Force Raider, Bloody Union Hanger is going to be the normal parallel rare.
You're 100% on the OCG one. So yeah, parallel rare is a big thing in the OCG. Give me 2 seconds. You fill time by describing the rest of the deck.
Okay, sure. Bloody Card Virus is getting a reprint again. Negate Attack, which is terrible. And then we've got ABC Buster Dragon, which is the only fusion out of this little C play, which is an ultra rare, and A to Z Buster Cannon, which I think that's the fusion of the two. Pretty huge. I don't think it's ever going to come out because it requires ABC and XYZ Dragon Cannon, which is super hard or super annoying to get out. Sorry. Didn't get a reprint in this pack as well, so apparently we just got to go get a... Oh, no, it did. I lied. XYZ Dragon Cannon. And when you mix both of those, ABC and XYZ cannons, you have to banish both of them. And then you can special summon this card. It's got 4,000 attack and 4,000 defense.
What's it called? LMO? LMN? Dragon.
No, it's actually called A to Z. A to Z Dragon Buster Cannon. And during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a spell, a trap card, or a monster effect, you can discard one card and negate the activation. And if you do destroy that card, during either player's turn, you can banish this card and target one ABC Dragon Buster and one XYZ Dragon Cannon. Banish your among your banished cards, special summon them. So that's pretty good if it wasn't a bitch to get out.
Yeah.
Like that's damn good if it wasn't an absolute like ABC Buster Dragon's fine, but like XYZ Dragon Cannon, what have you got to do for this? You've got to get bloody X head cannon, Y dragon head, and Z metal tank on the field at once, which is just garbage. Like you can discard one card, then target one card your opponent controls, destroy that card. Yeah, that's garbage. So I mean, it's good. It's a good pack all up. I'll be buying 3 because fuck me, right? And then I don't know. Like I don't know what's in the Yu-Gi one. I don't think the Yu-Gi one's relevant at all in any way, shape, or form. But yeah. So do you want to move on to Micro Watch?
Yeah, so I'm just got a parallel card up on the moment. I had to go for images because I actually have some from the structure deck. So every structure deck, every card, yeah. So you got the rarities and then parallel rare. It is a really shitty foil. It's akin to Star Foil or Hobby League foils or that, but there's no other rarity on the card. Just the whole card is that. So it's common, but foil. It's kind of shitty.
That's kind of cool.
Well, I love how they
Shitty,
put their
shitty.
best like ABCs card in common.
Yeah.
That's great. That's really cool.
Alright, so yeah, let's move on to Micro Watch. The top 100 expensive cards. So top 10. Oh wow, that we finally got an accurate meta one. So number 1, Pot Desire is still sitting at $85 on the low on Australia. So, Photon Thrasher Astral Pack 1 is $70.
Oh Jesus.
Which obviously you can get that as an easy common, easy everything. It's not too bad. Style from Omega is still at $70. Australian 70. That's okay. Trish Ultimate 61. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I think is the DT not more expensive than that?
Yeah, it should be. Well, I mean, just by rarity. Ooh, what's rarer?
165. Oh yo, what's Monolith doing?
Yeah, I was about to say Monolith.
What's Monolith doing?
Thanks to the Clee versions of Metal Foes finally making an impact on that, I would say people notice it's a good card. It's at $58. Man, am I kicking myself for selling it for $40 back in the day.
Oh, hold on. What is it doing at 80?
Okay, and no,
Oh.
yeah, let's be careful saying average prices and just say 50.
Oh yeah, just like that's stupid. Like, how did it even get there?
Yeah.
So some big risers. Seraph Knight is still going up.
Oh yeah, I got to pick up some quickly if I want to play the Brilliant Engine because goddamn.
Yeah,
It's still going up like crazy. Over the past week, it's gone up another 156%.
On the low, it's on $13. I swear the low said $20 on the other day, so I don't see how it's at 156% on during the week, but I can swear when we covered this, it wasn't that bad. Victoria's still on the rise for some god fucking reason. Ritual Sanctuary obviously seeing a rise because, you know, the cyber agents we were just talking about. They heard our talking in whispers and decided it's worth money again.
Guys, just like real quickly on that because I know average prices are annoying and really stupid. There are multiple monoliths that have sold for $60 with $10 shipping, $70 with $20 shipping, $50 with $20 shipping. So for some god awful reason, what's going on? I'm confused.
No, well, as I just said, like the Clifford versions of Metal Foes, and I assume the stun deck was Clifford. It has to be, surely.
There's not like, surely that's not the like, surely that has not like.
And it hasn't been reprinted.
The Metal Foes version. Yeah, it hasn't been reprinted.
And it can't be reprinted until Gold Series next. Right, and the thing is, since there's a Gold Series now in January, there's not going to be a Gold Series in March. The Gold Series is going to be pushed back to maybe July, and
No one can do.
It's all over the shop. Like, I think you sit on that monolith until they hit it. There's not much they're going to do.
I am going to post on eBay a monolith for $80 with no shipping, and if someone buys it, I'll give it to them.
I say do 90. Do 90.
Call it tournament ready.
There's a free listing if you don't sell it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, do 90. Who gives a shit? Drive that Yu-Gi-Oh prices up. Here we go.
This is fucking hilarious.
Gouging in real time. Elemental Hero Shadow Mist is going up. And, which is interesting, like, obviously it's set in a deck, but that deck is now not on sale in retail outlets. Like, obviously leftover stock is, but they're not printing it anymore. And there's no time that they're going to reprint it too. That's a big part of that. It's a big problem as well. A lot of these cards, there's no place they're going to reprint it. I suspect they're going to reprint all the Mirror Forces in Yugi's deck though, and Kyber's, and then split them between there. Phantom Knight Fogblade, there's no, unless they sneak something into the January release date. Maybe that's what we're missing. We're missing a product from January and December that's going to deal with Wing Raiders reprints and stuff. Anything that else you got your eye on the rise, Loklin?
Yeah, Loklin, what are you looking at?
Not really. Goldstock continues to rise because of its recent unbanning. Not unbanning, unlimiting.
Yep.
And like its usefulness in it's free, like even, and you get to search out any card in your deck in Cosmo pretty much. So it's continuing to rise, which is hype for a deck that's supposed to be dead now, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Quaking is 21 at the low.
That's like I think it has to start going down because I suspect they're going to reprint it. Obviously, there's no real easy way for them to reprint it, as I was saying, but they might sneak it into the Yugi decks and Kaiba decks.
Yeah.
You know, Mirror Forces, all the rages in there. I was just looking at Spiral Super Agent, which next week I think. So I promised on the last 2 weeks podcast I was going to do a Spiral Rant video. I'm going to leave it till next week on the podcast, I think, if that's okay by you guys, unless we have some crazy breaking news between now and then. If we can rant about Subterrors and talk about them. Subterrors and Spirals, I mean.
Oh, yeah. I mean, do you want to go on a rant about Spirals?
Oh, yeah. I also want to talk about, just the way the TCG, like how underwhelming these TCG exclusives are, because I think we give them one more weekend of tournament action, and they won't do fucking shit, I'm telling you now. And that's going to be the most underwhelming TCG exclusive archetype release ever, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure every other TCG exclusive.
You are not happy, are you?
But what kind of a little bit annoys me is on here is that Spiral Agent Super Agent's gone up 20% to $10 on the whim of a certain Yugi tuber. And which, spoilers, they're wrong. They're using OCG cards, which aren't going to be printed anytime soon either. There has to be another pack between now and the end of, this release doesn't make sense. We're missing so much reprint products and waste of. Maybe we'll get the Sylvan in Invasion Vengeance. Maybe, because we're due for that too. There's a bunch of stuff we're missing. Anything that's falling. Pendulum Sorcerer is falling, because obviously it's reprint.
Gate Guardian, big loss.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
No.
Down 37%.
I love that because I want one. I want a secret rare one really bad.
That Gate
No,
Guardian.
I also want a secret rare one, so I can make a Gate Guardian deck and lose 4 matches in a row.
Will we ever figure out what was happening with Gate Guardian in the August period of 2016?
I don't want to. I like the mystery of it.
Yeah, Robot Galaxy Destroyer has gone down. Trains haven't made that big of an impact, but the ones that do, I don't think rely on it. Even Unky Drew's second shout out, his deck doesn't really use it that much. E-Tally still goes down. Bumbuku's going down because it's a reprint, but not as much as it could or should or would. $20 seems fair for a Bumbuku. It's an ultra. Deal with it. Shek's going down at the same time. Brilliant Fusion's going down at the same time because the supers were pretty easy to get. Oh, the Ultimate Rare of Veil is down to $53.
Yeah, Cyberstein is down too.
Which, yeah, so Cyberstein's facing that post-ban list drop. And
yeah.
And that's and it should, maybe I should sell my Cyberstein now. I should just keep it on hand, why not? But the fact I don't think it's ever going to be unbanned in the TCG at this point. If the OCGs indicated this card's actually pretty powerful, we'll put it back to 1. I doubt TCG will take the risk.
Yeah, I getcha.
So that seems to be all for Market Watch. Anything you guys are looking to buy this week to fill out any decks?
Not a monolith.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm going to buy. I want to buy some strikes.
Yep.
I'm looking for, probably the Brilliant Fusion engine just to fucking have it because apparently that's never going anywhere, and some instant fusions.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to get Uncle Drew's Brilliant Fusion engine, right?
I think so. And I think I might get a Burial from a Different Dimension of Logan, but I really want the DT ones.
The amount of shit I've slung him in the past couple of days, maybe I should get them off him. I'll fight you later about that, Blake. Oh, I gave him like Super Robot and stuff.
Ah, well.
Well, hold on. A super robot's worth the same amount as a Brilliant Fusion.
Buy now price 80. No, hold on. 79.95.
Of course.
Whoa, you're saving heaps there.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
0.1, duration 10 days. How do I... okay. I want... okay. I need to give free shipping on this to make it more convenient.
Oh. And while you list your price, I'm going to plug. Okay, so you mentioned your Klee deck profile on Wednesday, index in under 5 minutes, and then me and Logan will probably see you guys in the end of the week with a side deck tech, which I'm still coming up with. I think I know what it's going to be, but you'll probably have to tune in to see what it is, because I'm not going to give away the answer, because you probably have to look it up between now and then.
It's Obelisk the Tormentor.
Yes, you know, I did cite that in yeah, actually no, did I play it or did I cite it in for the lols in BA?
I'm so excited to see what you're about to say. Like to hear what you're about to say. What you cited Obelisk into.
Yeah, I either cited or I mained it. I don't remember, and I put it in BA for the maximum lols.
Wait. What?
So I cited it in because I was citing it in against people that I knew weren't a problem. So I didn't have my main deck just in case it was a problem. But then when I got a feel of it, I just went, I'm just going to go into Obelisk. And then I did it again a couple weeks later with Slifer. Yeah, my adventures with BA were quite the thing. So just go special tribute for Negs.
Special tribute monolith and then tribute anyway, I'm holding one.
He's got monolith on the mind.
I do. Listen, you only ever play one in Demise anymore. I could sell one. Oh, if some idiot buys this, buy mine. I'll sign it.
I'll give you 350.
I'll get Loklin to wipe his dick on it.
Surely it's worth 100.
Yeah. Wait, did I just set the shipping price for $80? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Other than that, yeah. So the video is coming up there. If you are listening to this on the podcast app or a podcast app, go check out those YouTube videos.
Also, if you listen to a
cover
podcast
a
app,
lot.
if you can rate, if you can subscribe, if you can find our video, like our podcast, sorry, without hitting subscribe, please subscribe. And then also, if you can leave a review, it really helps, makes us feel happy. And if you do have any negative feedback, shoot us along in an email. We love constructive criticism. I like to think we're kind of aware of some of our flaws and think it's part of our wily charms. But if you don't think so, send us an email at teamc4g@gmail.com. Alright, let's finish this, guys. Anything more to say, Loklin? No?
I got nothing. I'm done.
And
I got nothing.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm out.
All
See you.
good. Bye.